nice slick drags and a really good scrambler. Paniro Johnson, just a real, firecracker, so explosive, can get in on those high crotches and double legs so quick, has a really nice knee pull. Really, really good, very fundamentally good on bottom for a freshman. Very, very excited about this matchup.
Paniro Johnson is 14-3 overall. He is ranked number 9 at 149 pounds. Brock Mauller is 12-1 on the season, ranked number 6. Again, another top 10 duel here. And really, this would be huge for the Big 12s.
Absolutely. These last couple matchups here are huge, not just for individual seeding, but that individual seeding could mean you have a tougher first-round matchup. And these are the two teams who are primarily going to be competing for the Big 12 championship, Bo.
That's right.
So if you get that lower-seeded opponent, that could be more bonus points first round. So huge, huge implications for individual and team purposes these next few matchups.
Johnson coming off a 12-6 win over Jake Harrier of Illinois. And Brock Mauller gets going at 149 from right here in Columbia, Missouri.
Mauller looked like he's trying to climb up that arm there, trying to go a little shrug by off a 2-on-1.
Mauller will win a lot of close matches. He will wrestle a lot of close matches. 3-2, 4-3. He won his last one. 3-2. Won the one before that. 4-2 in sudden victory. He's got a 3-2 win, a 3-1 win, a 3-2 win, a 2-0 win this year. That's just the way Brock Mauller is.
Doesn't light up the scoreboard too often, but just always so solid, so tough to score on. He's so strong and he's pretty long for the weight. And then when you add in his scrambling abilities, he's just really a pain to take down for guys. But that's where this matchup's really interesting, because Paniro Johnson is a guy who's so lightning quick, so strong, and he can finish really quick. And that kind of, negates Mauller's scrambling abilities, or has the potential to anyway.
And this is the way Mauller likes to wrestle. He'll wrestle you close. He'll wrestle you technically sound. And when you least expect it, he'll go for a shot, and there's a shot by Johnson.
Yeah, there was that little knee pull there for Johnson. Little knee pull, high crotch, but here's where Mauller's good. You're in deep on this shot, but he'll start scrambling one way. He'll come over the top here and kind of kick on your armpit with a far ankle, and he's able to pick up this takedown on so many people. But in this situation, Johnson has a good grip on that ankle, and they're going to get a stalemate here.
Good defense there by Mauller, but give Johnson credit on the shot.
Yeah, no, he's got fantastic shots, but he's going to have to finish those, get up and into Mauller and finish quick if he's going to take him down.
And just as you mentioned, and we've mentioned really all night, when you get the shot, you got to finish it. But Johnson's going to be around for years to come, isn't he?
Yeah, he's tough. He's really proven this year that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future at 149 pounds. I wouldn't doubt it if he made the podium this year. That's the kind of talent that he has, that he's proven he has this year.
He's going to catch some guys at nationals, and
he owns a win over the #1 ranked wrestler in the country right now,
That's
Austin Gomez.
He's not afraid of anything.
No.
There's a shot again by Johnson. Mauller's there to collect it. There's 6 seconds to go here in the first, so this is probably how they'll finish.
Single outside from Johnson there. But just from too much space, it looked like. Mauller able to sprawl pretty easily, it looked like.
Mauller waiting for his shot, and Johnson's going to start the second period down, and Mauller will cover.
Now, this is huge. We've seen Mauller ride people out in some big matchups, but he doesn't always do it.
And Johnson's to his feet quickly, using that lightning fast maneuver, but Mauller is there. Again, this is a huge match. It's 15-9 Missouri in the duel.
Yeah, a win here for Mizzou would really put them in good shape of winning this dual meet with only 2 bouts to go after this. And Mauller looking great.
Yeah, I was going to say, in really good shape on top right now, isn't he?
Yeah, really good forward pressure. He needs to stay under those arms. You know, Johnson's did a good job getting his hips out just like that.
The riding time was 36, maybe 37 seconds. But Iowa State's Paniro Johnson scores the first point. It's 1-0. Still 1:05 to go here.
Good snap there by Mauller, but Mauller really hasn't threatened any offense yet.
I was just about to say the same thing. You can hear the official saying move to the center as they're near the edge. Still 35 to go in period 2. I think they'll stalemate it just to recenter them there more than anything.
You don't see too many stalemates on the edge there. You know, I feel like normally they really want either the action call going out of bounds or, you know, a stall call for either guy.
Half a minute to go in the second. 1-0 in favor of Johnson.
Good level change there for Johnson, but just hasn't taken off since that first early double leg attempt.
Now short time with 5. There's a shot by Mauller. Nope, after the buzzer. Good shot by Mauller, but he wasn't able to complete it until after the buzzer.
Nice little drag there. He's done that a few times this year, Bo. Catching his opponent sleeping at the end of a period.
Needed to start it about 2 seconds earlier. Otherwise, that is a takedown, right?
I just needed a couple more seconds as Mauller gets away and ties things up at 1.
Got out in about the first, let's say, 8 seconds. The riding time not a factor. It's in Mauller's favor at 29 seconds. So you got about 1 minute and 35 seconds to see if somebody can grab a takedown here. A takedown would be huge in the match and in the duel. Johnson fakes a couple of times. Mauller clutching hands with him. 1-1 with 70 seconds. Johnson tries a leg. Mauller tried to reshoot a little bit there as a slide by. Neither connects.
Mauller with this collar tie here and Johnson with that over tie, but neither in a real, you know, controlling position to threaten a takedown here.
45 seconds to go. You know that somebody wants to take a shot. Johnson does. Mauller tries to catch him. Just can't quite do it. Good hustle there by Johnson to get back to his feet.
Yeah, great little shot off the elbow there for Johnson, but Mauller did a fantastic job re-attacking, but Johnson just so fast, just gets his hips out of there, and Mauller was never really even in on that re-attack.
Right. Under 20 to go. If there's not a shot here quickly, we're headed to sudden victory. Under 10. Will Johnson take a short time shot? Doesn't look like he'll be able to. So it's 1-1 after 7 minutes of wrestling.
Looks like Johnson's telling the ref he's got a little blood. We have some blood time here.
I think Johnson needed this little timeout too, don't you?
Yeah, you know, he's really looks like he has great energy, you know. It looks like maybe mentally he's concerned that he's maybe a little tired, but physically, I don't know, I think he looks good. He's faking really good. He's got good motion out there. really looks like in that third period, you know, Johnson's really faking for space, really trying to get Mauller to reach so he can really pop off on a double leg from outside, you know, or maybe get back to that outside step high crotch. But
huge overtime here. Johnson goes in quickly.
Right off the whistle, Mauller over the top. Johnson's behind him.
Johnson tried to get the points. Mauller spins out of it.
And they're going to throw the brick, it looks like. Dresser with the brick in hand.
He will throw the brick, and they'll stop him right there. They want the 2.
And Iowa State's going to argue it was rear standing and Mauller touched a hand. I don't know if Johnson was ever
in
behind. Well, I don't know if he was ever behind for the rear standing position, if that makes sense. I think he was on the side, or maybe even in front. But we'll have to take a look at it. Very, very close. Great strategy there by Johnson.
Yeah, no
right
question.
off the whistle. Great effort by Mauller. You know, regardless if it's a takedown or not, he's able to get his hips back. But it's going to be close. But I don't know, just from our angle we had here, I don't think he was in that rear standing position.
All right, we'll take another look at it here. Johnson was in deep.
Here you see he's on the edge, he's on the side. Now he's, see, I just don't think he ever was
Behind him?
fully, and behind him in a rear standing position.
Remember, the call on the mat, by the way, was
There's no
nothing
takedown,
awarded. Yeah. Everybody knows how crucial this call is, not only for this match, not only for the duel, but when you look down the road too. I mean, this is just, it's just big.
Yeah, these next couple matchups, I mean, all these guys have the potential to wrestle each other, you know, two more
three times,
yeah, in the season.
Boy, what a move there by Johnson to get in deep.
He did a great job on that high crotch too. Got his head up and across, comes up to the body, you know, to get Mauller out of position. Really just needed to keep his hands locked a little bit longer, and I think he would have had it, but
referee's still looking at it over at the table as the two wrestlers walk the mat.
And they're going to give this a good look. You know,
yeah.
This is the dual meet right here, potentially.
There's 1:45 on the clock here in set victory 1. If they award it to Johnson, you're going to see him celebrate. Again, we headed to overtime at 1-1. They're talking it over, the crowd getting restless here a little bit at the Hearn Center. But again, everybody knows how important this is.
Yeah, like I said, they got to be looking here just to see, you know, designate, did Johnson have that rear standing position, or was he too far out to the side, you know, to designate that a rear standing position? And then they're also going to look at, while he was in that position, did Mauller's hand touch?
Yep.
Because that's a no reaction time call if you're in that rear standing position. If a hand touches, if you lift and return and they hit a shoulder, you know, that's right now by the rule book 2 points. You know, it's been a very controversial topic this year, but as the rule reads now, well, that's how it's called. Man, the referee's really looking at this.
Really looking at it. That's how close it is. I mean, this has been a good, what, 3 or 4 minutes of real time. Johnson looking around. I know that Mauller's looking around.
See, right there, I don't know. I think when Mauller's hand was down, I think Johnson was almost on a double leg. Because at one point he has his hands locked, but then he almost goes back down to the double leg. And I think that's when Mauller's hand was down. But I don't know what angle the referees are looking at it from. It's hard to tell.
But as we mentioned, They have been over there a while now. They're going to have to make a decision here. Everybody's getting restless. It's like they want to see a different angle that's not there, you know?
It looks like we might have a decision here. They're talking.
I think from the body language, they may award it here. But again, this is how close that move is, Matt.
It's just so hard to tell, and you got to look at it in live action too, you know?
Yep.
And in the center.
Here it comes. The call on the mat.
No
Point.
takedown.
And so the brick is gone for Iowa State. Remember that as well. So after about, 5 minutes, we continue with sudden victory.
Oh, man, after a break like that, this is almost a brand new match.
Yeah, right.
And right away, both guys in on the action.
They get right back to it with a little more energy. Johnson reaches for a leg again. Mauller is in trouble.
Same
Johnson,
position.
look at him moving. Can Mauller hold him off?
Mauller with the strong whizzer here. He's going to kick Johnson over.
No points yet, and they're back to their feet. Mauller's still in, Johnson in. They'll go out of bounds. Wow.
Woo. Johnson was so close again to getting a takedown. Mauller just by the skin of his teeth.
I think there's blood too. Yeah, Mauller's forehead, I think, is cut. There's I mean, we can see the blood from up here.
Considerable amount of blood on the mat.
And they don't look to be looking at Johnson.
It looks like maybe right on the bridge of the nose.
So they'll have to clean that up. No points. It's still 1-1. And we have 1:11 to go here in sudden victory 1.
You can see Mauller's got a decent little cut there.
Yeah, right over the eye. Which wrestler's going to dig deep here?
Still 1:11 to go, Bo. This overtime period, the first overtime.
Johnson's been the attacker, and he's had some good shots on Mauller. There's another one by Johnson. Mauller holds him off.
Yep.
I thought Mauller was going to try to ride by. 45 to go, they separate. Johnson looks fresh, doesn't he? Stall warning against Brock Mauller. That's his first. Johnson does not have one. Johnson goes for a shot. Mauller trying to whip around him.
Flies the corner. Johnson into that double again. Mauller with the whizzer. He's got him in a bad position. He's got him on his back.
There's two. He's got him on his back as well. And a pin. A fall. In sudden victory 1, Brock Mauller with the fall against Paniro Johnson.
Huge game-changing fall for Brock Mauller in the tie.